Hey YouTube, Texas Gear Reviews here. So today we're going to take a look at the M71 Swiss stove. This is a military stove. I believe this one was produced back in, looks like 1975, so they were made in the 70s. I don't know if they're still in production or not. Can't get a whole lot of information on these things, man. They run about $4 to $7 depending on where you get them. I think Bud K has them for like $3.99 or $4.99 a piece. Cheaper than Dirt sells them. Amazon, but they're really expensive on Amazon. It's like $4 a stove, and then they want another $4 just to ship it. So it ends up being around $8 to get it from Amazon. So do your shopping. If you're going to get these, you can buy them in cases of 24 or 12 packs or 6 packs or whatever. I've actually seen a couple companies on here that are selling 4 packs for like $14.99 or something like that. Not sure what the shipping on those are, but if you just happen to be ordering something from Bud K, you can pick up a few of these, and it isn't going to cost you that much more in shipping for them to throw a few of these in the pack. So just keep that in mind. They used to come with matches. However, most of the companies are cutting the matches out for some reason. I think maybe they're just old and they don't want to, send an inferior product with the stove. It does have a stove stand built onto it. Screw-on lid here. Burn time on these things, man. It's all over the board. I've heard 30 minutes. I've heard 2 hours. I've heard 4 hours. I'm going to aim towards it's going to be about a 2-hour stove. This right here is in a sterno, just for comparison, so you can see the difference in size. Quite a bit of different size there. I would say that this, I know these burn for 45 minutes, so I'm going to say this is close to 2 hours, somewhere in there. So somebody said it was about 2 hours. I'm going to go with that. It says it boiled water, a cup of water in about 6 minutes. Not a bad burn time. Takes about 8 with the Esbit stove. So we're going to test this out today and see how well it works. Boil in some water. We're going to boil some up. Get a little bit of testing in with it, and we're also going to be testing out the cup on the Canteen kit that we did a review on. The who the hell makes it? Maxam, the Maxam Canteen kit we picked up for $10 from Bud K. Probably got it in the same package as this stove. So you can see the stand here is made onto it. Let me get the Texas Blaze letter opener here. Open it up and see what we have. And I picked up a few of these, and I've never used one before. I don't know how well they work. Nice tight fit with this. This isn't going to come off anytime soon. And this is the stove. If nothing else, I like it just for this. I think I could figure out a way to make it fit the sterno. Maybe not, but I tried to make one of these for my fancy heats, and it is a pain in the butt. So now I have one for my fancy heats, if nothing else. Pop off or a screw? It just pops off. So you can see it is old. This is an old military stove. It's kind of crusty in there. A little bit of rust around the edges. So you just poke through this with a knife and cut it out. I'll do that off camera, so try to save some time here, but we'll get loaded up and we'll come back and show you where we're at. Alright, so you can see it's about 3/4 of the way full with this alcohol gel. I'm not sure if it's the same that's in sterno or not, but I definitely think you could refill it with sterno fuel. No, definitely not the same as sterno. This is a purple kind of gel. So it is a little bit different than the sterno. I don't know if the sterno would work in there. I'm sure it would. It's flammable. I don't know why it wouldn't. I just wouldn't put it in there with whatever's already in here. I would make sure this was cleaned out before I filled it up. And this does screw down, so it's somewhat closed. Or I guess it just caps on there. It's got a little bit of a gasket in there to kind of press up against it. I don't know if it's going to leak or not. We may do some testing on that as well. So you just close it down a little bit and it fits in that rim right there. We've got right around 12 ounces of water here in the Maxam cup. Bring you back a bit so I can get it in frame. Make sure it's going to sit on there okay. And it looks good enough. Now I don't suggest doing this indoors. I'm doing it indoors, but I'm going to turn the exhaust fan on here in a second. So we're going to time this and see how long it takes to boil. It's about 10 to 12 ounces of water, so we'll start off in just a minute. It's going to be 45 seconds before it gets back on the 12 o'clock point. Go ahead and get this lit. Nice and easy to light. The one thing I'm concerned with is going to be, you know, soot. I think it's going to put off some soot being an alcohol stove. I don't know. We will find out though. So 10, 7. Okay. So we're setting it on there. We're going to see how long it takes. We'll come back when we're near a boil and let you know how long it's been. And then we'll give you the total time after it begins to boil. So we'll be back. Alright, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but the flames are coming all the way up around the cup. It's blackening. I know you can see it because I can see it through the viewfinder. Thank you, babe. So this thing would obviously work better with a round pot, but I really wanted to test the Maxam cup out and see how long it takes to boil some water in it. I can tell you this can gets hot, and these handles on this pot get hot as hell. It's been 4 minutes, and it's looking like it wants to start boiling, so as soon as it starts boiling, we'll come back and let you see it. Alright, so it's been right at 8 minutes, and this is where we're at. If I had a stove, it probably would have did it in 6 minutes. It's got a nice boil to it, nice and hot. Good enough for me. I wouldn't have a problem, you know, drinking that water. I'd boil it for a few more minutes just to be safe, but if it was, you know, pond water or something, I wouldn't have a problem drinking it. So, let's pull this off and get the fire put out. You can see it's just ramming up the side of this thing, and yes, it does leave a lot of soot. Turns it nice and black, but it's at a rolling boil, you can see. So we're going to call it done. Get this off of here. It is hot. Maxam Canteen quart, or the Canteen kit, the cup. Man, these handles get hot. And I don't have them next to the cup either, so it, you know, shouldn't be that hot. Yeah, that ain't gonna just blow out. I'm gonna have to put that up. Bear with me here. Alright, so M71 stove worked great. Boiled the water no problem. Does put off a little bit of junk. I'll show you the bottom of the cup here in just a second. Let me get my water in my cup because I'm not going to waste the hot water. You can see here the handles weren't on the cup itself. They weren't even touching, and they are hot. super hot. Sorry, I know this has got to be exciting, me making my drink here. But I wanted to show you the bottom of this cup here. Just let that settle for a minute. Still didn't pour out all the water. Okay, there we go. Alright, so you can see it does put off a lot of nasty stuff. I didn't see a lot of smoke or fumes coming off of it or anything, but it sure put a lot of soot on the bottom of that pan, bottom of that cup. The can isn't so hot that you can't touch it, but it is pretty warm. It's not cool. I like it. The cup worked. I'm definitely going to have to get a lid for this cup, because then, like I said, I probably could have got a boil in 5 or 6 minutes, whereas it took me a little over 8.5 minutes, somewhere in there, to get a good rolling boil in this Maxam Canteen cup. Stoves are awesome. I'm definitely going to buy some more. I'm going to stock up on those and get, at least a case of them put back, because they work very well. If I could pick up a case for $100, that'd be great. If I could find somewhere to get them for like $99.99 free shipping or something like that, that'd be cool. So I'm definitely going to look them up and try to find some somewhere. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.